kitchen. Today's a cool day, and tomorrow I want to make some pizzas, and so I'm gonna make the dough today so I can make some pizza tomorrow. And I'm gonna use my sourdough starter to make a different texture on the pizza. So I have here a quarter of a cup of a good olive oil. I have here 1 tablespoon of yeast, 2 teaspoons of sugar. I'm gonna put some salt, probably about 3 teaspoons of salt, and then I have a cup and a half of warm water. So I'm gonna start putting the yeast and the sugar first into the warm water and dissolving that. And I'm probably gonna get about half a cup to a cup of my starter. I love making pizzas, but sometimes if I don't have, I like to make the dough ahead of time because the dough gets time to relax, and when you pull it, it doesn't pull it back. Okay, into this, I'm gonna add maybe about a half a cup of my starter. This is a quarter cup. And this starter is just calling to be used. I fed it this morning, and look, it already came up and it went down. I'm using high gluten flour, but if you don't have high gluten flour, you can use just regular all-purpose flour. That's fine. Okay, I put 3/4 of a cup of my starter. And I think what it does, it's going to give a different texture to the pizza dough. So now, and you know it's good because this, it's fermented, because the starter floats. It stays on top. I'll have to make a test with that and explain. So I'm gonna mix this real good. I might need some more water because I don't know, this flour, being it's a high gluten flour, might need more water than what I have. And I'm gonna add the olive oil. So I make this and I'm gonna put it in a refrigerator, and then tomorrow I'll make the pizzas. It's kind of a late day today. I just remembered that I hadn't made my pizza dough. So I'm gonna mix all this in here, and then we'll see if I need more more water, which I think I do. Yeah, probably another cup and a half. Cup and a half in here, and we'll see. And I keep this, and I can even freeze it. This dough, I can put it in a freezer, and then when I need it, I just take out of the freezer, leave it thawed out in my refrigerator and use it. But I haven't been making it, so I had a chance today. So yeah, I think that cup and a half. So 2.5 cups of water. And then 3/4 of a cup of starter. And then 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. So I'm gonna let this aside, and then I'm gonna give a hand. I'm gonna do the flips, stretch and folds a couple times, and then I'm gonna put the whole thing in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow I take what I need and what I don't need, I put back in Ziploc bags, and I'll show you. Okay friends, I forgot to put the salt, and that's fine, you can put it after. I'm gonna put 3 teaspoons of salt, and then I'm gonna combine with the dough. I actually, my sourdough dough, sometimes I put the salt later. So that's no problem, but mix the salt with your flour, and then that's what happens when you're trying to do things in a hurry. I was supposed to do this earlier, but they just flew away from me. And the dough, as you can see, it's pulling away from the bowl already. So, okay, I'm gonna put this aside and let it rest for 10 minutes, and then I'll do some stretch and folds, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator. Okay, friends, it has been 15 minutes, and my dough is already, I can see already a difference on the stretch. And it's light. That gluten has relaxed a little bit. So I'm gonna leave another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna give another fold, and then I'm gonna transfer this to another bowl and put it in a cover with plastic and put it in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow I'll make the pizzas. Okay, friends, it's been 15 minutes, and I'm gonna do more flips, stretch and fold, and then I'm gonna put it in this bowl, covered, and put it in the refrigerator. I spray some oil in this bowl, and now I'm gonna put this, and you can tell this dough is nice and fluffy already because it's nice and smooth. So I'm gonna roll it in that oil and do a couple more flips, and I'm gonna put some saran wrap, and it's going to the refrigerator until tomorrow. And then tomorrow we're ready for pizzas. Welcome, friends, to my kitchen. This is my dough I made yesterday for my pizza. I showed you last night how I made it, and then I put it in the refrigerator and let it proof overnight. Look, it comes out. That's how you know dough is ready. This is sourdough dough for pizzas. So I think I can make at least about six different pizzas for this. So I'm gonna cut into 6 pieces, and then I'm gonna roll it up and put some in my freezer so when I need it, and then I'm gonna make one for us tonight. It is very stormy today. We just lost electricity a while ago. It just got back, so I figure I better hurry up before maybe it goes away. Look at this beautiful bubble. So now I'm gonna shape it into a ball, and by stretching, and then I'm gonna put it aside, and then I'm gonna put in these Ziploc bags and mark it, put the date, and then refrigerator. So when I need it, I just take it out, let it proof. So anyway, this is easy. This is sourdough pizza dough. And all I gotta do is bring all this into a ball and stretch it. And I'm gonna make some pizza. At least I'm hoping, if we have electricity. We have a big storm going through. So I'm gonna divide all this, and then I'll show you. Very stormy today. We are all very wet. My poor chickens. Okay, friends, it give me 6 for the freezer, and then I have 1 for us tonight. Most likely it'll just be me. My husband sometimes don't care for pizza. So I'm gonna leave this ball sit here for about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna stretch it for the pizza because right now it's very hard. I need that gluten to relax. Okay friends, I'm doing my pizza now. I took my dough out of the refrigerator and I put a little bit of flour on my board, and I'm gonna stretch my pizza. And I don't want to stretch it too much where it starts tearing it. So I'm just gonna go around and try to stretch it as much as I can. And you can put it on your hands and gently stretch it like this. I'm also going to put in some cornmeal, the very coarse cornmeal on the bottom, so it won't stick. I have my oven preheated at 500 degrees, and I have a cookie sheet in there. I have the pizza stone, but I didn't want to take a pizza stone out just for that, so I'm just going to use the cookie sheet. And I'm going to stretch it for the size that I want. This is just going to be for me. My husband doesn't want pizza. So, for the top, if it sticks, I just put some regular flour. That way it won't stick. And I'm gonna try to pull all the same thickness so it cooks about the same time. And then I'm gonna rotate it around so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And like I said, you make whatever size, whatever kind you make. I'm making linguiça, onion, bell peppers, and a little bit of jalapeno. I like the little spice. I'm gonna put this all the way around so it won't stick. I forgot to take my pizza sauce. I'm just using marinara sauce, just what I have. This one is basil and onion, and I like very little pizza sauce. I'm just gonna put it around. And everybody knows how to make pizza. I made so many pizzas when my kids were home. Not even real. That I think, oh my gosh, I'm making such a small pizza. When my kids were around, I did so many of them. And what I'm gonna, before I put my cheese, I'm gonna put this in my oven. So I wanna kind of just pre-cook all this, and then I put all the other stuff. Okay friends, I put my pizza in the oven for 10 minutes, and it's just enough to start pre-cooking it. And I'm gonna put some cheese in the bottom. I have about a cup of cheese. I like cheese. I'm gonna put my linguiça. And like I said, this is a very small pizza. It's just for me, and this will last me for a couple days. Some onion. And you put whatever toppings you want. And you don't need a special oven. Put your oven at 500. If you pre-bake, like I did, put it in there, it'll cook better. I'm gonna put some peppers. I like bell peppers in my pizza. And then I found some tomatoes. So I cut them in half, small tomatoes. There's a lot of stuff in this pizza. For this little pizza, too much stuff. So I'm gonna push it down and then put more cheese on top. And then I'm gonna put this back in the oven for maybe another 15 to 20 minutes. I'll let you know how long I left it there. And sprinkle a little bit Italian season. I like Italian season on top. Now it goes back in the oven, and then for about 15-20 minutes. I left the cookie sheet in the oven the whole time, so it gets super hot, so it can crisp up that bottom of the pizza. Here it is, my pizza. It cooked for 15 minutes, and what I did once I put it in there, I reduced the oven to 450 because I wanted to cook all the vegetables and all the dough. And then what I just drizzle, I drizzle some garlic olive oil, and I just drizzle some over. So anyway, here I have sourdough pizza crust. So you give it a try to this recipe, and you can have this in your freezer all the time. Whenever you have family members, just pull it out and make a pizza. We don't have to go buy pizza these days. This way you can customize to your own. You know what you putting in, and you enjoy with your family. They can make their own individuals. That's what my kids used to do. I used to make it small, and each one, they loved it, pizza day. And my grandkids do too. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Don't forget to click the bell so you'll be notified when I put new videos. And share my videos on your social media and with your friends. And give me some thumbs up. Please, thumbs up. Until next time, let's get cooking.